And I can apologize. I can say, I'm sorry that I left. I was with you. You filled me. We filled each other and I left. Didn't I? I left. And now I'm back again, right? I'm back. Because that separation was painful. That longing became painful. I started to move into my want. I started to move into my discontent. I was unsatisfied with the moment that I was in, or the moment that I thought I was in, or the brain that I thought I was in, right? So it's my disconnection. So yeah, the moment isn't very exciting when you're disconnected from it. And there's no room for spirit to be in it, for you to experience spirit in it. Yeah. It's not just being in the moment, right? It's not just being in the moment with your mind. Being with your moment in the mind, that's not going to be satisfying, maybe, right? Even being in the moment with your heart, that might be a little more satisfying. Being in the moment with your body, maybe those have times where those can be satisfying in that temporal way, right? Finite satisfaction. Talk about making love or sex or a beautiful moving moment with somebody. There's expansion, right? Oh, it's quick. So there I did it again, right? I came out. I was excited. I filled really quickly. Oh, I had that taste of God and I came out and I shared it. I explained it to you. I explained it. And it was like, oh, where did God go? I just left. There I was, and I left to tell you this story. I left that alignment. I got excited, I got full, I gurgled up, and I came out and I told you this story. So now I'm going, wow, I want to go back, right? I want to go back to God. It's like, what's more important? Do I want to tell you the story? Yeah, I kind of want to tell you the story. And, whoa, right now I can say, God, being in that moment was so beautiful. That the story about that moment, the story that I want to share with you, the story of that moment is really good, but it's not that moment. It's not the infinite. As soon as I come from the infinite to tell you my story about the infinite, right? I'm telling you my story about the infinite. I'm kind of taking the infinite and I'm making it smaller and smaller to fit into my words, fit into my story. And even though it's beautiful and we can have an exchange and we can expand from that and we can say, yay, wow, I'm gonna go try that. What's more powerful for me? What I'm practicing. So I noticed that space. I wasn't there and I was like, oh God, that was so beautiful. Why did I leave? I want to go back. There's my want. And then I have the intention. What is my intention? Intention is I am going back. I'm going to take a break from the story and I'm going to go back. And then I put my foot on the gas. I put my blanket on. I close my eyes. That's what I do. That's my action. For me, right now, going in and breathing. And I'm noticing a little bit of my holding my breath. I'm noticing it, right? I'm going in, I have an expectation to see God. I go in and my expectation is actually holding my breath back from being with God. So my expectation is doing some holding. Is holding me back, right? And being available. So I'm feeling some kindness come in. to stay engaged with that kindness. And communicate with you. And learning, just learning. Each breath, there's the availability, it opens up or it expands, there's the availability. And I squeeze out some words to you, right? So it's like, oh, I need to come in for another breath again. I need to create that space in myself again, that availability. There it is, it springs into life. Why quiet is being quiet and having some solitude can be so powerful. Right? Because you're only having to give your attention to one place. Right? And there really is only one place. We have the illusion that there's the internal and the external, right? What's inside us, what's outside us. And that as I'm connecting internally, somehow I may think I'm disconnecting from you, and you're waiting for more of my story, maybe. Or maybe you're practicing too right now. Maybe something I'm doing is inviting you into your own moment with yourself, your own alignment. So I'm breathing in. And what is it in me? You know, it's a misnomer to think as I'm breathing in and connecting, that perhaps you will feel disconnected, or I will be disconnected from you, or I will have nothing to give you. I won't be giving you anything because I'll be giving something to myself. I'll be going someplace deep. Meanwhile, when I breathe in and in alignment and am available and receptive to the moment, to the infinite, you're right there with me. Maybe not your human self, maybe your mind isn't there with me, but your soul is there, your spirit is there. And if you're in your alignment and you're connecting deeply, you're there with me too. You're there with me too, on an emotional, mental, spiritual, physical level. We can be there together. We can be here together with God. So I'm noticing as I do that, I have like this fear come up. That if I'm not communicating with you, verbally, if I don't keep our connection going, I may lose you, right? I might lose you. I may have already lost you. I may lose you. I feel like this heat, like, am I leaving you? I'm leaving you to be with God, or I'm leaving God to be with you. And in the infinite, that's where we all are. I can forget that, right? I can get fooled by what seems real, or what I might project that you think seems real. Or I can trust that you know that God is real, that you know that we're already connected. God is already here.